I'm Rob from Eureka, and this is the new Tetragon NX. It's the latest iteration of Eureka's popular Tetragon series. It's a great car camping tent for adventures close to home in mild weather. Best of all, it's our easiest tent to set up. And today, I'm going to show you how. So the first thing you'll want to do is open up the carry bag here and take stock of all the parts. So inside you'll find 4 stakes, the tent body itself, the tent rain fly, the main frame poles, and lastly, the 2 fly poles. Also sewn into the carry bag are printed instructions. Your first step is to grab the tent body and get that unrolled and laid out on the ground. While you're doing that, you want to find the 4 corner webbings with the ring and pin assemblies. Next, you're going to take the 2 main frame poles and get those assembled. Next, you'll take the main frame poles and lay them here on top of the tent body in an X pattern. And then you'll take the ring and pin assemblies and insert the pin into the bottom of each frame. With the pins inserted into the end of the poles at each 4 corners, lift the frame itself and attach all the tent clips to the frame. Make sure the peak clip goes over the top pole. You can just work your way around the tent, attaching all the remaining pole clips. Now that the tent is up and standing freely, you can go around and stake the 4 corners. Now that the tent is set, we can move on to the rain fly. The first step is to assemble the fly rods here. You'll have 2 of these that attach to the underside of the fly. Take the actual rain fly itself, get this unrolled, and you want to lay this down on the ground upside down so that you can see the underside of the rain fly. You'll then take your 2 fly poles and insert them into the rod pockets on either end of the fly. With the fly rods installed, you can now place the entire fly over the tent body. Underneath the rain fly, you're going to find 8 pieces of Velcro. 4 will attach the fly rods to the main tent frame. There's Velcro in back of the 4 guy out points. Make sure to attach that as well. Now with the fly secured to the tent body, you can make your way around the tent, attach the 4 corner hooks to the rings. And it's just that simple. The Tetragon NX. Super easy to set up and a great car camping tent for adventures close to home. Get out there and enjoy it.
Hey guys, today we're talking about the new Eureka Desert Canyon tent. Now this tent comes in both a 4 and a 6-person model, and it's perfect for backyards, family campgrounds, and festivals. It's sure to deliver an awesome camping experience for years to come. First, we're going to talk tent design for a second. The Desert Canyon is a cabin-style tent, which provides the most space and easiest setup of any type of tent out there. These things feature super steep walls that give them 25% more interior and living space than other cabin-style tents out there. And the Desert Canyon 6 that we've got right back here measures 10 by 10 feet and has a center height of 7'2", which means even adults can stand up in there no problem. Now, even though it's designed for family camping trips, it's still built to last. With a steel frame and a fiberglass roof, it's built to be super durable and stand up to years of abuse from wind, rain, and family camping trips. Now, it's also got extended eave coverage, which you can see right behind me, and that means it's ready for the rain and you get a completely dry entryway into the tent. What's really cool about the Desert Canyon is the shelter pitch option. And that means you can pitch just the fly and the frame to create a giant shade structure. So you can use it for summer picnics or just to get a break from the sun when you're tailgating. Now, beyond the design of the tent, the Desert Canyon has some really cool features like this movable gear caddy. It's also compatible with Eureka's Camp Comfort system, which is a genius way of making sure you stay put and get a great night's sleep. So thanks to its cabin-style design and cool features like shelter pitch, the Desert Canyon is absolutely perfect for backyards, festivals, and family camping trips.
Hey guys, it's Rob with Eureka, and this is our new Kohana car camping tent. It's a great car camping tent built to handle any kind of wild weather. It's got a classic 2-pole dome design that's super easy to set up. And today, I'm going to show you how. So the first thing you'll want to do is open the carry duffel and take stock of all the different parts. For the Kohana, you're going to find 2 fly rods, the fly itself. There's also going to be the 2 main frame poles, the tent body, as well as the stakes and guy lines. Take the tent body, spread it out on the ground and get it unrolled. While you're doing that, you're going to want to find the 4 corner webbings with grommets. Once you've got the tent body laid out, you'll want to start assembling the main frame poles. These are the 2 longer frame poles. With the main frame poles assembled, you can take them, place them on top of the tent body in an X formation, and insert the grommets at the 4 corner loops. With the main frame poles now inserted into the 4 corner grommets, you can start standing up the tent frame and attaching all the tent clips to the poles. Make sure the peak clip goes over the top pole. You can just work your way around the tent, attaching all the remaining pole clips. Now that the tent is up and freestanding, you'll want to make sure to stake down the 4 corners. Now that the tent body is set, we can move on to the fly. The first thing you'll want to do is assemble the 2 fly rods and set them aside. Next, we're going to unroll the fly, flip it upside down so that we can see the underside of the fly. We're going to locate the 4 fly rod pockets. Take your 2 fly rods and you're going to insert the tips of them into the fly pockets on the underside of the fly. Make sure that when you do this, the fly poles run parallel to each other, not cross. With the fly poles inserted on the underside of the fly, you can now find your orange and blue webbing and make sure you match it to the webbing colors on the tent. You can take this and get the fly up over on the tent. On the underside of the fly, you'll find 4 pieces of Velcro. You'll want to wrap those around the fly rod and the main tent pole and secure them to each other. There's Velcro in back of the 4 guy out points. Make sure to attach that as well. With the fly now on, find the color matching orange and blue webbing on the fly and tent body and secure the buckles. With the fly now secure, you can stake out the front and rear vestibules. Final step is to attach all the guy lines and make sure those are staked down securely. It's as simple as that. The Eureka Kohana, an adventure-ready car camping tent that when it's guyed out and staked down, you can tell it's ready for just about anything. Get out there and enjoy it.
Hey guys, today we were checking out the brand new Eureka Space Camp tent. This thing is awesome, and it's perfect for a long weekend of camping with family and friends. The Space Camp comes in both a 4 and a 6-person model. I've got the 4-person model set up right here. So the 4-person model has 60 square feet of living space and a peak height of 68 inches. But the really cool thing here is there's just as much headroom in the corners too. The Space Camp also has 2 massive doors and 2 huge vestibules, so it makes it really easy for everyone to get in and out. Both vestibules create a fully weatherproof entrance, so you've got space where you can take your shoes off or store a ton of gear. The Space Camp also has Eureka's high-low vent air exchange system. More airflow means everybody on the inside stays comfortable longer no matter what the weather's doing on the outside. So the frame itself is based on what they call a modified dome design, but it totally maximizes the livable space in here by using nearly vertical pole sections in the corners, pre-angled sections at the eaves, and these awesome brow poles over the front and rear doors. That means everybody has plenty of space to hang out, even if you're stuck at the side of the tent. It's also compatible with Eureka's Camp Comfort System, which is great when you're sharing the tent with a bunch of people because you're not going to slide around all night and roll off your mat. The Space Camp also has a lot of storage pockets, so nobody gets left out. There are also 2 gear lofts and loops for lighting or hanging gear. Overall, the Space Camp is an incredibly roomy and livable tent that's perfect for spending a lot of time with your favorite people and pets outdoors. What's up guys? Today we're talking about the new Boondocker hotel tent from Eureka. Now this thing is awesome. Just look at it. It's basically the perfect base camp for extended adventures when you want to bring all the toys and maximize the fun. So the Boondocker sleeps 6 people and it is designed to be the epicenter of your camp. Now, the big story with this tent is the massive vestibule this thing comes with, which I'm sitting in right now. It's basically just like a giant garage for all your gear. Beyond the gear garage, one of my favorite things about the Boondocker is this really cool gull-wing side panel. It's called the Super Shade Awning, and basically it just folds out from the tent to create a sunshade or a rain break that you can use in the middle of the day when you're just hanging out in camp. Now, the Boondocker tent has the most space of any tent in Eureka's free country line. It's got a massive 82 square feet of just interior living space. And when you add the gear garage and the Super Shade awning, you get an additional 58 square feet of space. It's compatible with Eureka's Camp Comfort system, which is great when you're sharing a tent with 4 or 5 other people. There's also 6 interior storage pockets in here for stashing your stuff, plenty of room for gear. It's also got Eureka's high-low air exchange vent system, which is a fantastic feature. Basically lets cold air in on the bottom while warm air escapes through vents on the top. So overall, the Boondocker Hotel is a massively comfortable tent with room for up to 6 people plus all their gear. It's the perfect base camp for a week of adventure.